With 6 Reasons Why, we had the definition of an intimate crew. Well, not that defined.
Well, we've redefined it, I think, because for 90% of our shooting, there were no more than 7 of us on set.
Including actors.
Yeah. So there were often times where we had 4 people on set, 3 people behind the camera, and the actors were outnumbering the crew.
I was kind of nervous because I was the only guy coming outside of Canada, all the way from Denmark. So I was kind of worried how would they be and stuff like that. But they were really great people.
It was very much a collaborative environment where if any shot was being developed, even when we were in Drumheller, there was always the opportunity for the actors to step in and say, well, artistically, this shot may look better.
We had to get along really well, which was easy because we were all very close friends prior to making 6 Reasons Why, which is a very, very comfortable and enjoyable dynamic to make a film in.
It's really like you're just hanging out with your friends, except you've got an itinerary for the day, and you just have fun by the clock. And it really was just enjoying our time and working our script.
This was probably like the best thing I've ever done in like my 10 years of acting, and I was really happy with it. Yeah.
The whole crew was, well, considering it was a small crew and everyone was pretty much doubling in their effort sometimes, where Jeff's either acting, directing, or hanging on to the mic at some points, or if I'm not in a scene, I'm helping set up with mics or hanging on to equipment or lugging equipment back and forth. Basically, the 7 of us, I think the crew did a phenomenal job.
It has been great. It's been a blast. I saw a lot of Canada. It's been really great. It's been really great. Most of my scenes in 6 Reasons Why was together with a really great actor called Chris Harrison, who plays the entrepreneur, and his part and my part was companions in the movie. We were basically going through the whole movie together.
I wanted to develop a bond with Mads, so I held off on any kind of drinking or partying until he got here. What I had found by doing that, not only it wasn't a matter of building a chemistry with him, we automatically had it, and it was absolutely amazing.
I only got good things about all the actors. The criminal was played by Campagna, did a great job. Then Wooster, they all were just amazing actors, and we had a great relationship going on. And we didn't really do that much preparation work before. We all worked with our characters individual, and we just combined it on set, and it was really interesting.
The character of the Nomad, it's complex because he's an adult and he's a child simultaneously. He's been thrown into a world that really wasn't his choice. He's been trying to make the best out of it for the last 12 years by himself, technically, even though he does have the horse with him. But at the same time, he's childlike, where when he ends up meeting the entrepreneur and the Sherpa, that after a while he does end up almost retrieving that aspect of himself that was lost leaving Utopia to try to build friendships that means something.
My character, the entrepreneur, one of the most challenging things when I was first being told about him was the fact, okay, well, his father's dead, he turns to alcohol. 2 things that I really didn't think that I was at all familiar with. So I really went through a large process to kind of achieve that mentality.
Definitely one of the highlights of this picture was acquiring Colin Fjord for the role of the preacher. And for 2 guys who have never really made anything in the film industry worth talking about, it was a dream to have someone so seasoned, such a veteran, on set, reading the lines you wrote, criticizing the lines you wrote, and improving upon them. The story of 6 Reasons Why came from the idea of how we were going to shoot a Western, very low budget.
The story was very much based in necessity. We knew that a film of this nature would have to be based primarily in one really cheap, really striking, really interesting landscape, and for us, that was a big wide open desert. A lot of what this style comes down to is those wide open spaces, and on this film, a lot of what we had were wide open spaces.
Well, initially I was excited about the project. The script seemed really good when I saw the first iteration of it. It looked fantastic.
You can't dance to a song until you learn and study the rhythm of it, and then use that rhythm to express yourself. And it's the same with the Western genre. We wanted to completely be submersed in it and understand the rhythm of the films, because they all have a very innate rhythm, and work off that rhythm for 6 Reasons Why.
Well, the script initially started off with a really fantastic concept, very much the Sergio Leone style lines meeting the Quentin Tarantino style storyline.
Jeff and Matt Campagna did a great job. I would say normally I would be scared before I go into a project where the same guys are gonna do the cinematography, the directing, the writing, the costumes, because it tells like this is low budget. So normally I would be scared about walking into a set like that. But these guys, they're really dynamic and they're versatile, and you know, they wrote the script together, and they produced the story, directed it, and they got a great flair of making movies.
Usually when we shoot very bare knuckles. We don't necessarily get wholehearted permissions from people. We run and gun, and we shoot what we have to shoot, where we have to shoot, and however we have to shoot it.
I do think, based on in all seriousness, based on the product that they have developed and are putting together right now, that this is basically the launching pad for the brothers moving into the film industry.
These guys are like my brothers now. I totally love them, and I respect every single thing that they do, because it's freaking awesome, this film, and it's probably going to be the foundation of my entire career.
Together, they were a really, really dangerous cocktail in a good way. They were really good. It has been a great adventure.